What's poppin', my dudes? Lazy Shiba here. I quite enjoy these types of videos, so I thought I'd make one myself. So here's 5 stories from entitled parents. Let's jump right in. Entitled mother thinks dogs are just toys and gets kicked out of pet shop. This rescue mutt that I adopted after witnessing how a car just abandoned her on the street while still a pupper. Because of this circumstances, I have no way of knowing. While I was in the waiting room, this kid comes and shoves a small car toy on my dog's ear. This scares her so much that she pees. So naturally I carried my dog to comfort her. She was still pretty young at this moment. The kid starts whining about how I won't let him play with my dog, and I explained as patiently as I could. The way you used your toy with my dog made her feel uneasy. You have to be respectful and kind to other dogs because they're just like us. Enter entitled mother. The mother started complaining about how I was being selfish not letting a mutt play with her kid. She said it as if the fact my dog was a mutt somehow lowered her value as a living being. I explained to the mother that her kid shoved a toy car on my dog's ear, to which the entitled mother just replied, "So what, your dog isn't well trained? Dogs should be able to withstand anything kids do to them. Young kids just think of dogs as toys." I was going to say something when the vet came out of the office to see what was going on. Apparently the entitled mother came to adopt a rescue dog from the vet. To which the vet replied, "Unless I see commitment from your part to educate your kid on respecting animals, I'm afraid I can't let you adopt any pet." At this point the entitled mother was just furious. I promised my son that I would get him a dog if he studied hard. He deserves it, to which the vet replied, "No pet deserves to be threatened like a toy by a kid while the parents fail to educate their kid about respecting animals. My decision is final. You cannot adopt any pet from here." The kid was crying, but neither the vet or any employee, neither myself, cared at all. It was clear that the mother just wanted to give the dog to her kid as if it was a new toy. The mother complained about how we ruined her kid's childhood and left extremely upset. Here is a photo of my happy dog. While some parents are unbelievable, let's head on to our next story. Entitled Mom Tries to Take a Bus Seat from an Amputee. Backstory: I lost my right leg just above my knee in an hit and run accident 2.5 years ago, and now I am walking on prosthetics. You don't see that I use a prosthetic if you don't. The actual story: I am not that comfortable driving my car left foot only, so I drive reasonable distances like my way work by bus. One day, I got into the bus from work and I gathered the last free seat in the bus. Lucky for me, because balancing in a fast driving bus is still very hard to impossible for me. And I do not really want to let everyone know I am an amputee, so I don't really have a point to take any one seat. So 2 stations later, an entitled kid and his mom got into the bus. EK and EM. They walked up to me. And EM wanted me to get up from my seat, because EK has worked the whole day and his feet hurt. So I said I worked the whole day as well, and my feet hurt as well. EM arguing, "Well, my son is very young. He just is not used to working all day long." "ME, your son looks very young and agile. I think he gets used to working all day long. And standing in the bus for another 15 minutes should not be a problem either." EM, he just can't. Be nice. ME, I don't have to. Or is your son physically unable to stand for longer times? Are you saying my son is disabled? How dare you? Does he look disabled? ME, do I? Knocking my phone on my prosthetic for a theatrical clonk. EM, nice app you have there. The sound effect was pretty realistic. K making silly faces in the background. EK making silly faces in the background. ME, pulling up the right leg of my pants, sounding a little bit pissed off and shutting down my cover. No app. Just analog sound effects. EM, I don't care. You were standing and walking around at the bus stop just fine. You can handle standing in the bus. My son doesn't have to endure your selfishness. Me, pretty mad, trying to explain her what kind of training I needed to learn to walk again, and how hard it is to walk on a daily basis, got louder and louder and louder. people in the bus were watching at me. So I calmed down and gave her a practical explanation my physiologist once gave me how we use our toes actively to balance. She didn't want to acknowledge that, and shouted arsehole as well as dickhead at me, before she loudly asked who would let her son sit down. But no one reacted whatsoever. Jesus, that's just being selfish. Let's go on to the next story. If my son can't have it, you can't either. Just to clarify, this was my JR year in high school. I'd been working since 15 at the local store. So when I turned 16 I bought a new 2016 Ford Taurus. With the help of my grandfather, he made sure I bought a dash cam just in case. It was a very nice car but I sold it in my senior year because the insurance was too expense. EM. Entitled Mother EK. Entitled Kid M. Me S. Neighbor Sam. I was driving my freshman neighbor Sam to school because he was only 15. We get to the parking lot and get out of the car to grab our stuff. Entitled Kid. Hey man, that's a nice car. Me. Oh, thanks man. Entitled Kid. Can I drive it? Me. I'm sorry, but class starts soon, and I don't really know you that well. Me. Come on man please. Sam, back off dude, he clearly doesn't want you to drive his car. Entitled Kid. Fuck off you freshman prick, you're on the bottom of the food chain, it'll kick your ass. Side note, Sam may be a freshman but he plays varsity football considering he's 5'11", 180 pounds. So we all go to class and I don't see Entitled Kid all that day. I get Sam and we drive home. Next day, so me and Sam are getting out of the car when this happens. Entitled Mother, so you were the kid who made fun my son for being poor. Me. What? Entitled Mother, you heard me you rich prick. Give me the car or you will be expelled. I know the principal. Me. Go away you crazy bitch. So she grabs a baseball bat and hits my car on the hood and windshield. Then hits her car. Entitled Mother, if my son can't have it, then you won't either. Entitled Kid, why did you hit my mom's car? I'm gonna sue you. So I call the police, she tells this bullshit story how I came after her and she missed me and hit my car, then I grab the bat and hit hers. The next week, I'm in court and EM tell the same story. Until my lawyer show the dashcam footage. Entitled Mother was charged with battery, assault with a deadly weapon, destruction of property, perjury, and insurance fraud. Now that's a little thing I like to call karma. Suck shit lady and Entitled Kid. That's all the time I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video please like and consider subscribing for more videos like this one.